Hey, what's up? Who is ready to talk about cyclosporine today? Not me. I have been procrastinating on this video so hard, and it's because I honestly don't feel qualified to talk about cyclosporine. Like, I know y'all just want my thoughts and my feelings and my experience with cyclosporine, so I'll give that and I'll let you just make whatever medical decisions you want to make for yourself, because especially with steroid withdrawal being from a prescription medication, I never, ever want to even talk slightly positively about any kind of elective prescription medication like cyclosporine, because I don't want to lead anybody wrong. I don't want to make TSW last longer than it has to. I don't want to give people a sense of false hope, all of that. So like this has been weighing on me. This is like heavy. I treat this seriously. I don't want to give anybody bad information or misinformation. I started cyclosporine back in mid-December of 2020. I have been in TSW for a year and a month and was like totally losing my mind to the point of being like kind of fearful for my mental state. So I talked to Dr. Rappaport. You can get all that information in my other video I made, but for new time people here, that's the summary. I saw within, I think it was about 2 weeks, a fairly significant improvement. Well, I don't see, it's like using terminology like this, I feel like is so loosey-goosey, it could mean anything to anyone. I saw improvement that I could definitely tell was from the cyclosporine. Was it significant as far as like, wow, I can go outside and get groceries now, I can make all my meals now? No. But so here's my hand before cyclosporine, and here's my hand after. So you can kind of see the healing or symptom suppression / management that offered me. So I was happy about that. That helped just lessen my pain. It helped keep things a little bit more knit together. I would say overall, throughout the entirety that I've used cyclosporine, I went off of cyclosporine in like March of 2021. I was officially done tapering off of it. So I was on for a little bit more than a year. So during that time, I never saw more than like a 40%-ish amount of symptom improvement with cyclosporine. It was maybe like more around 30%. So that was definitely less than I wanted to see. I'm definitely a more severe case. I say this every video, but I want to let new time people know. I'm definitely a more severe case than normal for TSW. So like, don't get discouraged by my slower progress than normal and also worse symptoms than normal. So I know with cyclosporine, it has definitely more dramatically helped other people besides me, but I also know that other people have just kind of seen some help like I saw. So even 30 to 40% help was totally worth it, me being on it. I experienced absolutely zero negative side effects. I did not have any kind of rebound flare that people will scare you about. Dr. Rappaport told me that that was a myth, that there is no rebound flare going off of cyclosporine, and I can confirm that from my experience. To contextualize that, my skin did get worse when I went off of cyclosporine, but it wasn't like a rebound flare. Cyclosporine, will use the number 30%, helped my symptoms 30%, and then once I went off of cyclosporine, my symptoms got 30% worse. So it's not like I was 30% managed with cyclosporine, I went off and it's like 60% worse. It was like this huge flare and oh my gosh, where did this come from? God, why did I use cyclosporine sort of thing? Like it was just like, it was helping my symptoms 30%, went off and my symptoms got about 30% worse again. So Dr. Rappaport has said that with people who are on cyclosporine for a longer time than I was, that like you're still healing on cyclosporine and that your symptoms actually could get better. Like say cyclosporine helped you 30% and you go off cyclosporine and your symptoms only come back like 20%. Like you've healed during that time, you're not gonna have like a big rebound or something, so you don't have to worry about that. So my experience, ups and downs with cyclosporine, I did find it really annoying being on cyclosporine. There's a modified version and a non-modified version. I was on non-modified, which is older. Dr. Rappaport is super old, so I'm thinking that this is the kind that he just started prescribing to his patients and has continued to do so. It was really hard for me to find a pharmacy that would fulfill a non-modified cyclosporine prescription. So it was annoying to pick up, and then both of them act in like just very, very slight different ways. So with non-modified, I've heard that you can totally go in the sun and it's no problem. And I experienced that. I didn't have any kind of extra sun-related symptoms. But non-modified, I have heard, once again, I don't know, that you're not supposed to be in the sun with, but Dr. Rappaport told me it's totally fine to be in the sun with whatever I was on. So that was really good. That would be just check whatever, if you do end up getting a prescription, check with your doctor about like, can I be in the sun with this or not? That was important to me during my TSW process. I know that the sun is a big healer. Dr. Rappaport says that all the time, as does everybody else. So I wanted to be in the sun. I didn't want to miss out on sun time and feel like I was just turning into a mushroom, because cyclosporin are mushroom spores. So then you kind of have to behave like a mushroom when you're on cyclosporin to make sure that it's doing the things that it's supposed to do within you, like suppressing your immune system. So I linked this in my other video too, and I want to link it in this one as well. No doctor told me this. This is kind of like topical steroids, right? Where you find out other information afterward. These are supplements and just herbs like chamomile, echinacea, other stuff that you normally might be taking that do interact with cyclosporin. And interact doesn't mean that it's going to kill you. It just means that it's probably going to either lower the efficacy of it, bioavailability, they say. It's either going to increase or decrease the bioavailability of the cyclosporin in your body. So just check those out. Once again, if you are taking cyclosporin or if you think about taking it, be aware that that does definitely affect how your body deals with cyclosporin, since it is a natural thing. It's spores from a mushroom. So yeah, here's some pictures from kind of during that time that I was on cyclosporin. You can tell that I'm still definitely symptomatic, but I did find that cyclosporin was really helpful for decreasing like my overall swelling, and then for decreasing my like lymph nodes, which were so horribly painful during my first year of TSW, like especially lymph nodes like around my pelvis. Like I could barely straighten my legs because they were just like so big and so painful. So cyclosporin really helped with that, and that was like a huge blessing to me. I was really happy about that. As far as like skin shedding, skin oozing, all of that, I didn't feel like it really helped a ton. Once again, it's just kind of like a general 30% help, but I was really happy about the swelling. I think really went down. I think that I'm puffier now, even having completed 3 years of TSW, than I was even during cyclosporin time. Comment if you think so too, because I don't know. This has been a really gradual process for me, and I can look at other people's videos and tell how their inflammation's looking, but for me, it's just kind of day to day. It's like, if you talk to somebody about their baby and they're like, you've gotten so much bigger, and the parent's like, I don't know. So anyway, let me know how my puffiness is looking. I just got out of the shower and I'm all moisturized, so that's why I look like a grease pit. But yeah, I think that I was probably looking less inflamed over cyclosporin. Yeah, I felt like gradually, definitely after, I don't know, 9-ish, 10 months, I felt like cyclosporin stopped working as well for me. And I was doing everything I should have been and being responsible and stuff. So I don't know if my body just kind of moderated its inflammation response in conjunction with cyclosporin to kind of level out whatever help it was doing, to be like, I don't know. So I felt like cyclosporin stopped working as great as it was. It wasn't that great for me, but stopped helping as much as it was maybe around like month 10-ish. So that's when I started trying to taper off of it. For tapering off, I reduced like, I think it was 50 milligrams per week. So it's a really slow taper off experience. I think, I'm trying to remember my dosage because it was like almost a year ago that I've been off of this. I think it was 200 milligrams a day. So it took 100 milligrams in the morning and 100 milligrams at night, and you have to be really stringent about making sure that you're taking them at the same time. So I had a phone alarm set every day, and those phone alarms were driving me freaking crazy after like several months of it. It was like, I'm tired of my entire life being ruled by these phone alarms, and it might not bother somebody else, but it just drove me crazy. Like I just wanted to get off of it because I was so tired of taking cyclosporine at exactly this time and making sure that I was had cyclosporine on me if I was at someone else's house or whatever. So that was really annoying. I was really frustrated by the time that I was off of cyclosporine of hearing my phone alarm every day. So be aware of that you need to make sure you're really militant about taking it exact same time every day. So yeah, my taper off process was taking off 25 milligrams every week. And I could have maybe gone faster than that, but that was like as fast as I was comfortable with. I wanted to really make sure that like I wasn't flaring or like making sure that I wasn't having any kind of rebound for posterity's sake. For you guys, I did this for you. And yeah, I didn't. So I didn't really feel like symptoms were coming back while I was off of them. And I tried actually, full disclosure, I tried tapering off once and I got down to like 100 milligrams a day and my skin just kept getting worse. And I was like, oh man, it's a cyclosporine, I knew it. So then I went back up to my full dose and it did not help at all. And this was over a course of months. This wasn't just like over 2 days and it was just like, it didn't help, why not? Like I took a lot of time to think about all of this and to make sure that this was happening over a process of many weeks, if not months. So anyway, I tried tapering and my skin was getting worse around that time, even before tapering. Ugh, I just hesitate to tell all of you guys this, right? Because I don't want to give anybody bad advice. But I tried tapering, my skin was getting bad, went back up to a full dose. My skin still just stayed as bad, so I knew it wasn't from tapering. So then I tried my second tapering and like my skin stayed stable. It wasn't a big deal. So I can vouch, tapering did not really affect my skin besides, once again, just incrementally getting back up to 30% worse from being 30% better. But it wasn't like some big flare and I was like bedridden or anything. So yeah, I really missed chamomile tea being off of cyclosporine. That was like one of my little daily joys and I had to give that up. And grapefruit you totally cannot have on cyclosporine. That's not just like a, I don't recommend this. It's like, do not have grapefruit. So it was really fun being able to have more food available for me to eat again, since I'm a very reactive food person. And yeah, life post cyclosporine has been great. I don't have stupid phone alarms, and yeah, I really did not have any kind of post cyclosporine flare. I think my skin has, yeah, maybe gotten puffier since being off of it. Once again, 30% worse, but I'm still continuing to heal. I don't feel like the time that I was on cyclosporine that it was just like treading water where I wasn't healing anymore. I still think that my TSW clock was getting run down and I just, A, didn't want to pay for cyclosporine anymore. B, I didn't think that it was really that helpful. Like after month 10-ish, like my body just wasn't receiving that much benefit from it. And especially if I was spending like hundreds of dollars a month, I want something to work. So I didn't feel like paying for it anymore. I didn't really feel like it was being that beneficial. I wanted to just be free of medication. Like that was really weighing heavily on me while I was on cyclosporine. It's like, I don't really want to be on medication. Like I'm thankful that I have something that's helping me, but like overall the goal is to get off of all medications. So once it stopped helping so much, I was like, you know what? Let's just pull the plug. So I did. So I don't have anything bad to say about cyclosporine. I had, once again, absolutely no negative side effects from it. I felt totally normal as far as TSW normal on it. I didn't have any weird hair growth or stuff that people will scare you with. And the great thing with cyclosporine is if you start taking it and it makes you don't like it, totally just bounce right off of it. It's fine. So I guess if you're really losing your mind with TSW and you really, really need help, think about cyclosporine. It's definitely the best immunosuppressant out there, according to Dr. Rappaport. He has really negative things to say about Dupixent/dupilumab and methotrexate, just that those will not help and that they're super dangerous. So being his patient, whatever, I would definitely encourage against those things, just from his own words. I felt comfortable being on cyclosporine in spite of my medication adversity because it is more of a natural product. It's derived from mushroom spores that suppress your immune system. So I felt okay with that. Everything else seems dicey. And like your doctor will really, I feel like, push more expensive stuff like Dupixent and Dupilumab on you so that they can get bigger drug kickbacks. We don't have to talk about all of my distrust of the drug and big pharma industry here, but that's where I'm coming from. So I hope that's helpful. Drop any questions you have. I literally hate talking about cyclosporine. Like, it was just a time of my life and I am here to serve you guys. So yeah, I hope that's helpful. Yeah, if you want to go for it, I really feel like it's really low risk and you can go for it if you have a doctor that you can trust prescribing it to you. So, bye.